Hello, good day everyone. So welcome back to our Geotechnical Engineering 1 PCE 414 for another topic to be discussed. So our topic for this day is about soil classification. Okay, so let us have a short introduction about our soil classification. So during our topic 1, we did discuss about the soil classification which is under your USDA, which we did use your USDA chart to know the type of soil na ibibigay sa atin. So different soils with similar properties may be classified into groups or subgroups according to their engineering behavior. So that is why it is very important for us to classify the type of soil, because there are certain soils that behave in the same manner. So ibig sabihin, pwede natin siyang i-group yung soils natin with similar properties. Okay, so actually there are lots of process or methods on how we will identify or classify our soil. But let us try to focus on three methods, on how we will classify our soil. So first is that yung USDA natin using your USDA chart, yung triangle. And next is we will talk about the AASHTO and the USCS. But those USCS and AASHTO are the two major categories in which the classification systems developed in the past, and it can be grouped. So the textural classification is based on the particle size distribution of the percent of the sand, silt, and clay fractions present in given soil. Okay, so under USDA, that's why we are trying to modify our soil percentage, which is tinatanggal natin yung value ng gravel ninyo, because USDA ang binibigay natin dito na values for our classification is for the sand, silt, and clay functions. Okay, so the other major category is based on the engineering behavior of your soil and takes into consideration the particle size distribution and the plasticity. So when we see plasticity, like example, that is your liquid limit and your plastic limit. So we will go under the AASHTO and the USCS. Okay, just a short recap lang. This is the chart using your USDA, and you have here your percentage of sand, percentage of clay, and percentage of silt. So using these three particles, we can now identify or classify what type of soil yung ibibigay sa atin. Tapos na tayo dito. So let us move to AASHTO. So this table using your AASHTO classification system will tell us what type of soil yung makaklasify natin given an soil sample. Okay, as you can see, dito muna tayo sa taas. Okay, so this is for your general classification. You have your granular materials and you have your silt materials. So, doon sa mga sieves natin, we will use 3 sieves, which is sieve number 10, sieve number 40, and sieve number 200. So those sieves number will tell us what type of soil or soil classification yung ating makukuha. Okay? And sieve number 40 is familiar na sa inyo. Sieve number 40 is yung ginamit natin for Atterberg's test. So you have two types of materials here, which is granular materials and silt clay materials. So kailan natin siya masasabing granular materials siya? If the number or the percent passing from sieve number 200 is 35% or less. Okay, ibig sabihin 35% or less, that is granular materials. But how about if the percent passing from the sieve number 200 is 35% up or more than 35%, so that is your silt clay. Okay, So, under your granular materials, you have your A1, A2, and A3. So, it is very important for us to classify your number 10, number 40, number 200, your liquid limit, and your plastic index, as well as your plastic limit. No? This will tell us no, kung what type, or it will give us the classification of our soil. Okay? So, it could be excellent to good or fair to poor. No? Depende sa makukuha natin mamaya. Okay, so to classify our soil, no, based on our table 5.1, one must apply the test data from left to right. Okay? So kung nakikita niyo, ang pagbasa doon ng table natin is from left papunta sa right. Okay? So by process of elimination, the first group from the left in which the data test fit is correct classification. So, show a plot of the range of the liquid limit and the plastic index will fall to A2, A4, A5, A6, and A7. So, to evaluate the quality of your soil as a highway subgrade material, one must incorporate the number called your group index. Mas kilala siya bilang GI. GI with the groups and subgroups of the soil. This index is written in parentheses after the group or subgroup designation. The group index is given by this equation. So you need to memorize this equation. So you have your group index F200, where your F200 is the percent passing through number 200 sieve. Minus 35 times quantity 0.2 plus 0.005 quantity LL minus 40, where LL is your liquid limit. Quantity plus 0.01 F200 minus 15 quantity PI minus 10 quantity, where your PI is your plasticity index. So for example, no, yung makukuha natin na type of soil, sabihin na lang natin dito, no, that is A minus 2, for example lang, or wag na lang A minus 2. Baka malito kayo mamaya. No? Sabihin na lang natin yung type of classification soil, no, na basa natin sa table kanina is A7. So, saan natin ilalagay yung GI ninyo is sa tabi lang ng group of soil natin. Sabihin natin meron tayong 40 na group index. No? Ganyan yan pagbasa. Next is this is your range of your liquid limit and plastic limit soils table. Okay? So, this is your chart. For your x-axis, this is for your liquid limit, and your y-axis, that is your plasticity index. So take note that the range of the liquid limit and plastic limit for soils in group A2, A4, A5, and A6, and A7. Okay, so from the equation of your group index, no, F200 minus 35, or this equation, no, is called your partial index group. While the second term is tatawagin naman natin itong partial index group for your plasticity index. Again, from your GI or group index formula, no, the first term of the equation is tatawagin natin tong partial group index for your liquid limit. While the second term from your GI equation is tatawagin natin tong partial group index for your plasticity index. Okay, so from your equation 1 or 5.1, which is your GI or your group index, if the value of your GI na masosolve ninyo is negative, therefore GI is equals to 0. So anong conclusion nun? No? There is no negative value for GI. No? In case na negative yung makuha, matik that your GI is equals to 0. Okay? Number 2. The group index calculated from 5.1 is rounded off to the nearest whole number. So, if an instance, nakakuha kayo ng 3.4, rounded that off to 3. And for instance, no, nakakuha ka ng GI that is 3.5, so round up tayo, that will be equal to 4. So meaning to say, lahat ng GI natin or lahat ng group index values natin is a whole number. Okay? Number 3, there is no upper limit for the group index. Number 4, okay? The group index of soil belonging to A1A, A1B, and A24, A25, and A3 is equal to 0. Matik, no? Pag sabihin natin A, kunyari, classification of soil, A1B, and the value of your GI is 0, 0 lang yung ilalagay natin dito, no? Hanggang A3. But when, no, your group index or your soil belongs to group A26 to A27, therefore, we need to solve for the partial group index for your plasticity index. No, that is GI is equal to 0.01, F200 minus 15, PI minus 10. Okay? So in general, the quality of performance of soil as a subgrade material is inversely proportional to the group index. Ano ba yung purpose ni group index dito, no? Yung group index natin will tell us the quality of our soil. So pag sinabi natin if your GI value is mababa, ibig sabihin the quality is good. Okay? Kapag ang nakuha naman natin na value ng GI is sobrang taas or mataas, ibig sabihin, pangit. No? Sabihin natin 74, kibagsak. No? Ibig sabihin, pangit yung type of soil natin. So again, no, your GI or your group index will tell us the quality of our soil. Okay, so let us try your example number 1. Now, let us try to classify our soil using your AASHTO. So, first na titingnan natin dito is if that is a granular material or silt clay. Ano yung titingnan natin dito? That is sieve number 200. Okay? And according to our table, the percent passing, yan. The percent passing number 200 sieve is 20%. So, saan tayo nabibilong dito? 35 or less passing or more than 35% passing sa sieve 200? So, saan tayo dyan? Yes, dito tayo mabibilong sa granular materials. Because according to granular materials, 35% or less is passing. And according to your sieve number 200, 20% lang yung pumasa. So, it's either nasa A2, A3, and A2 tayo. So, ano yung sabi kanina? Babasahin natin yung table from left to right. Okay, dito muna tayo. Left to right daw sabi, di ba? So, tingnan natin. Sieve number 10. Okay, from sieve number 10, 50 is maximum. 50 is maximum for sieve number 10. Ilan ba yung percent passing natin number 10? That is only 42%. Diba? So, meaning to say, this is, mali. Ulit. Okay? Nawala ko. So, for number 10 sieve, the passing is 42%. Okay, looking at A1A, that is 50% max. So, pasok dito yung 42%. Tama? O, baba tayo. Look at sieve number 40. Sieve number 40 is 35%. Okay, so tanong ko, pasok ba yung 35% dito? Hindi. Kasi sabi niya, 30% max lang yung i-consider natin para matawag siyang A1B. How about A1A rather? How about A1B? Big sabihin, pasok siya dito. Na because the maximum is 50%. How about sa A3? O, wala agad siya dito. No, kasi the minimum percent passing for A3 is 51. no? Where yung ating sieve number 40 is only 35. So, pasok na tayo dito. Okay? Baba tayo ulit. Sieve number 200. So, sa sieve number 200, that is 20%. Pasok ba siya? Sa 25 max, I think pasok siya. No? Pasok siya. It's because the maximum value for A1B is 25%. Okay? So, baba tayo from this table naman. Sieve number 40. Tapos, liquid limit. Wala siyang binigay na value for your liquid limit. Tingnan naman natin if pasok tayo sa plasticity index. Okay? We know that your plasticity index is LL minus PL. No? Lolo ni Pilo. So, PI is equals to 25 minus 20. And PI is equal to 5%. So, sa tanong ko, pasok ba tayo sa plasticity index for A1B? The answer is yes, pasok tayo as 6%. Therefore, what type of soil classification ang ating nababasa dito? No? Therefore, that is A1B. A1B. So, the stone fragments and gravel and sand, which is excellent to good. So, according to your GI or for your group index, no, A1 to A2 or A1 to A25 is, the value of your GI is 0. So, pag sinabi nating 0, ibig sabihin, mataas yung quality ng ating soil. So, kung mataas yung quality ng ating soil, tama bang sabihin that your quality of your soil is excellent to good? Okay? Okay, let's try more example. Okay, sabi dito, percent passing for sieve number 200 is 95%. O first step is i-check if that is a granular material or a silt clay material. So, 95% yung passing. Saan ba tayo? Granular or silt clay? Yes. Anong yes natin dito? Yes, that is a silt clay material. Bakit? Sabi sa silt clay material, more than 35% is passing number 200 sieve. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung answer natin ngayon is either A4, A5, A6, or A7. Okay? So, dito na tayo tumingin. No? Hindi na tayo titingin dito na part, no? Kasi hindi na 'to mahalaga. Char. Bakit hindi na 'to mahalaga? No, kasi pang granular materials 'to, no? And according sa sieve number 200, dapat nasa silt clay material tayo. Okay, so dito tayo titingin. Wala tayong sieve number 10, wala tayong sieve number 40. Tingin agad tayo sa sieve number 200. Okay? And the value for your sieve 200 is 95%. And according to A4 to A7, 36 yung minimum. Tanong ko, pasok ba tayo dito sa 4? Yes, pasok. No? Kasi 36 yung minimum. O, pwede pa tayo sa 4. Next is baba tayo. No? Tingnan natin yung value ng liquid limit ninyo. Okay? And the value of your liquid limit is 60. O, dito tayo. 60 daw, pwede ba tayo dito? Hindi. Kasi the maximum liquid limit lang ng A4 is 40. How about for A5? Pasok ba tayo dito? Yes, because 41% is the minimum. How about for the A6? Pasok ba? Hindi rin, kasi 40 na yung limit niya. And for A7, pasok tayo din dito because the minimum is 41. Okay? Next, baba naman tayo. Tingnan naman natin if the value is 40% for your plasticity index. So, wala na to ha. Hindi na natin itong titingnan. Ang titingnan na lang natin ngayon is this one and this one. It's either A5 or A7 na lang tayo. Okay? So, 40% ang plasticity index. Pasok ba tayo sa 10? Hindi, kasi nga maximum 10 na siya eh. So, X na agad yan. Tingnan natin ngayon sa A7. Pasok ba tayo sa 11 minimum? The answer is yes. Tama ba? Okay? So, therefore, we can conclude that this soil classification is A7. Okay, but wait, there's more, no? Kasi yung A7 is, it's either A75 or A76. So, sino ba sa dalawa? Paano ba natin malalaman kung sino yung, kung anong classification natin dito for our soil? Excuse me. Okay, tingin tayo dito sa baba. Okay, meron tayong, ano tawag dyan, meron tayo ditong conditions for your A75 and A76. First, okay, first, sabi dito is that if your plasticity index is equal or less than your LL or liquid limit minus 30, tatawagin natin yung A75. Okay? And another one, second condition, sabi dito, if your PI is greater than liquid limit minus 30, therefore the type of soil is what? That is A76. Okay, so ngayon, itetest natin if ilan ba, kung saan ba tayo dito. So, our plasticity index is 40. Okay, LL, which is 60 minus 30. So, 60 minus 30, that is equivalent to 30. So, 40 is what? Is that greater than or lesser than? That is greater than. So, if PI is greater than your LL minus 30, what type of classification yan? Yes, that will fall to A7, A-7-6. Okay, so I forgot the value for last example for your AASH2. So, can you try na lang to solve, no? Given naman yung mga needed, which are the given, which is the F200, the LL, and the PI. So, pakicheck na lang, ha? The answer should be 42. So, kung ating kukunin yung final answer for that classification, that would be A-1. Mali. That should be A-7-642. Okay, that should be the answer. Okay, so moving to another method for our soil classification is your Unified Soil Classification System, or also called as your USCS. So this system was proposed by Casagrande in 1942, and it is used for your airfield construction workers under Army Corps of Engineering during the World War II. Okay, so these symbols are used to classify our soils. You have your W, P, L, and H. So, pag sinabi natin W, that is well-graded. If P, that is poor graded or poorly graded. If L, that is low plasticity. And if H, that is high plasticity. No? Okay, so for your USCS, this is the classification system or the table that we are going to use. No? So, kung meron kayong other reference dyan, makikita nyo na hindi ganito yung table na ginamit nila. No? Parang iniisa-isa nila para silang tree diagram. Pag sinabi nating tree diagram, for example, you have GW. Yan, maraming sangay-sangay. No? So, parehas lang pa rin yan sa table na to. No? Dito kasi sa table na to is inisa na lang, no? Para mas madali yung the way natin tingnan yung table. Okay? So, medyo maliliko yung leeg natin dito, yung ulo natin, no? Magtitilt tayo ng konti. Okay? So, for your USCS, no, the classification of your soil is divided into two, which is for your fine-grained soil and your coarse-grained soil. Dito, no, baka medyo malito kayo kasi dalawa na yung pagbabasihan natin. If sa AASH to, no, most likely yung ating tinitingnan is the percent passing. No? Though dito rin naman sa USCS, no, pero baka malito kayo kasi dalawang term, no, yun nandito, present dito. which is you have your fine-grained soil 50% or more passes number 200 sieve. Yan. While, on the other hand, your coarse-grained soil is more than 50% retained naman. O yan, retained yung ginamit. Baka malito kayo kasi may passing, may retained. But then again, alam nyo naman yung pinagkaiba ng passing sa retained, di ba? Pag sinabi nating percent passing, no, that is the amount or that is the value passes through the sieve. Pag sinabi naman nating retain, yan yung value or that is the percentage, no, nang naiwan doon mismo sa sieve number na yon. Okay? Be careful lang. Dito muna tayo sa fine-grained soil. Okay? So, for your fine-grained soil, no, it is divided into two. You have your silts and clay and silts and clay also. No, parehas lang. But then again, the description is hindi. No? For silts and clay, no, you have here, your liquid limit is greater than 50%. O yan. Pagbabasihan natin, greater than. So, other one is you have your liquid limit that is 50% or less. Okay? So, you have your ML, CL, OL, MH, CH, and OH. No, binasa na natin yung mga categories niyan kanina. No, kung ano ibig sabihin ng W, ng S, ng P. Yan. Okay? And next is dito tayo ulit sa inyong coarse-grained soils. No, if that is 50% is retained on number 40 sieve. So, it is classified into two. You have sands and gravel. So, masasabi nating sand siya if more than, more than 50%, no, passes sieve number 4. Passes tayo dun ha, passes. So, pag sinabi naman nating gravel, no, 50% or more of the coarse retained, retained number 4. So, parang ano pala sila? Opposite. Pag sand, ito yung percentage na passing sa sieve number 4. Well, pag sinabi naman nating gravel, yun naman yung percent retained. So, parang opposite silang dalawa, no? Magkaiba sila. So, ganun lang. So, kapag gravel, meron tayo ditong tinatawag na gravels with fine and clean gravel. So, it belongs to GW, GP, GM, and GC. No? So, those are the typical names. Pag sinabi natin GW, good game? Good game ba? No? Paano naging GW yung good game? GG nga pala yun. No? So, pag sinabi natin GW, that is well-graded gravel. No? Pag sinabi naman natin GP, from the word P, di ba yung P natin is poorly? No? That is poorly graded. Pag GM, that is silty gravel. GC is clayey gravel. So, paano natin malalaman? No, for example, dito tayo mafo-fall sa ating gravel. So, paano natin malalaman if that is GW, GP, GM, or GC? No, titingin naman tayo dito sa next, which is the classification criteria. Okay? So, sabi dito, if the percent passing, okay, percent passing at number 200 sieve, okay, if that is less than 5% lang yung pumasa or nagpass sa sieve number 200, therefore, pagpipilian natin ngayon, it's either GW, GP, SW, or SP. No? Andyan lang yung soil classification natin. Pero, pag sinabi natin, if the percent passing is more than, more than 12% yung pumasa sa sieve number 200, okay, ano na tayo dito? So, it's either GM, GC, SM, or SC. Okay, it's either. No, nandito naman sa 4 yung ating soil classification. And then, if the percent passing is 5 to 12%, no, passing number 200 sieve, no, that is the borderline classification requirements of dual symbols. Okay? So, ma'am, paano pag napili namin, ma'am? Kunyari, gravel yung pinag-uusapan natin. For example, ma'am, the percent passing for sieve number 200 is more than 12%. So, ibig sabihin, ma'am, dalawa na lang yung pagpipilian namin. It's either GM or GC. Paano naman namin malalaman, ma'am, if that is GM or GC? Okay, good question. So, papasok tayo dito ngayon sa second part ng table natin, which is this column. Okay? So, you have classifications here. Dito na tayo sa GM and GC. Sabi dito, for your GM, matatawag natin siyang GM if your plasticity index is less than 4. Okay? At matatawag naman natin siyang GC, GM yan. Matatawag naman natin siyang GC if your plasticity index is greater than 7. Okay? So, according here, no, Atterberg's limit plot below A line or that is plasticity index less than 4. No, that is for your GM. And for your GC, mali yung nasulat natin. No, iba yung tingnan ko. That is, okay. Sa sand ako nakatingin. Sige, ulitin natin. Okay, again. So, dito tayo sa GM muna. Sa GM, sabi niya, if your Atterberg's limit is below A line or your plasticity index is less than 4. So, that is GM. So, when we say your Atterberg's limit plots above A line or your plasticity index is also less than 4, tatawagin natin yang GC. So, ma'am, parehas lang man sila na less than. No? So, paano natin malalaman yan kung ito lang yung pagbabasihan natin? No? Titingnan natin doon sa inyong chart. And according to this one, no, if this is your A line, kilala nyo naman yung A line, di ba? During our shrinkage limit. Sabi dito, if ipa-plot daw natin yung liquid limit and yung plasticity index, if your Atterberg's plot is below A line, no? Below A line, that is PI. If ipa-plot naman natin to, no, and your Atterberg's limit plot is above A line, therefore that is GC. Okay? So for GW and GP naman, ito naman yung ating pagbabasihan. Okay? So for GW, those are your CC and CU. Okay? Huwag niyo lang pansinin tong formula na to kasi mali yan, no? So pag sinabi nating CU is D60 over D10, okay, if the value is greater than 4, that is GW. Meron pang isang condition which is your CC. What is the formula of your CC? That is D30 squared over D60 times D10. Okay? If the value of your CC is in between 1 and 3, therefore, that is GW. Unless otherwise, if hindi na-meet, no, ng CU at ng CC itong values na ito, that is your GP. Therefore, the type classification of your soil is poorly graded. Nuggets? Okay. So, how about naman kung dito tayo sa fine-grained soil? Okay, again, kapag fine-grained soil tayo, 50% or more passing number 200 sieve. Okay, and to know what type of silt and clay siya, no, titingnan natin yung liquid limit. So, dito, paano natin malalaman if that is ML, CL, OL, MH, CH, or OH? No, dito tayo ihuhulog, which is, let us try to check the plasticity chart. Okay, so this is your plasticity chart, which is nakilala din ninyo during your shrinkage limit. Okay, so this is your A line, this is your U line. Again, x-axis is liquid limit, y-axis is plasticity index. Okay, so to know if that is what type of fine grain soil is that, no, i-check natin yung value ng PI. So sabi dito, if PI is greater than 7 and plots above A line, tatawagin natin tong CL. Okay? And if your PI is less than 4 or it will be plot below A line, that is ML. So, saan ba yung A line dito? Ito yung A line, oh. Yan, yung A line. Okay? So, CHMH, that is PI plots above A and PI plots below A. So, ito na yun. No? Ito na yung mga sinabi natin na values kanina. 5 to 12%. Ito na yun. Okay? So, let us try, no, to have an example para mas maintindihan natin paano ba gamitin itong USCS natin. So, you have percent passing for number 10, sieve, percent passing for number 4 sieve, percent passing for number 200 sieve, your liquidity index, and your plasticity index. Okay, first step, ano ba yung mahalagang tingnan natin dito? That is your number 200 sieve. Tingnan natin yung percent passing niya. So, the percent passing, dito sa natin, percent passing nito is 58%. So, isolve na lang siguro natin yung percent ng retain. Kasi, di ba, retained and passing yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. So, ilan yung retained natin dyan? That is 100 minus 58. And you have 42. Okay, so let us check if that is a fine grain soil or a coarse grain soil. So, tingnan natin dito. Fine grain soil, sabi niya 50% or more is passing number 200 sieve. So, 50% or more ba yung passing natin? Yes, because that is 58. Tingnan naman natin sa coarse. Coarse grain soil, more than 50% retained on number 200. More than 50% ba yung na-retained? Hindi. Because that is only 42. Okay? So, meaning to say, no, our soil is a fine-grained soil. Okay? Nuggets? Number 2. Okay? Yung step na lang natin. Second step is to check the value of your liquid limit. And the value of your liquid limit is only 30%. O, tingnan natin ulit. Tingnan natin ulit dito. Sabi dito, okay, liquid silts and clay liquid limits are greater than 50%. Greater than 50% ba to? Di ba hindi? O, ibig sabihin, hindi tayo dito. Wala tayo dito. Okay? So, tingnan natin yung kabila. Silts and clay, liquid limit, 50% or less. Tama ba? 50% or less ba yung 30%? Yes. No, 50% or less. Ibig sabihin, nandito tayo na table. So, therefore, we can conclude that your soil classification is either ML, CL, or OL. No, nandyan lang. It's either the soil is inorganic silts, inorganic soils, or inorganic silts and inorganic soils of soil plasticity. Okay? So, paano ba natin malalaman or how will we check if that is ML, CL, or OL? Okay, anong gagawin natin? Okay, the next step para malaman natin yung soil classification natin is to check the plasticity chart. Okay. So, this is your plasticity chart. So, tingnan natin dito. Okay. Ano nga yung pinagpipilian natin? It's either It's either ml, cl, or ol. Okay, so dito tayo. According to your figure 5.3, if pi is greater than 7 and it plots above your A line, that is CL. And if your pi is lesser than 4, no, and it plots below A line, that is ML. So ano ba yung plasticity index natin? Okay, your plasticity index is only 10%. Okay, so that is only 10%. Therefore, we can conclude that your plasticity index is less than 4. So if that is less than 4, nakikita natin na that is ml. Okay, check natin yung value using your plasticity chart. Your liquid limit is 30. O, sabihin natin dyan. Your plasticity index is, sana tayo dito? Plasticity index is equals to 10. O, plot natin yan. Which is, magpa-plot nga siya above your A line. So, according to this, if ipa-plot natin siya above A line, the type of soil is ML. Okay? Therefore, our answer for this problem or for this situation, the type of soil classification for the given data is ML soil. Okay, so let's try this example. So let us try to classify the type of soil given the datas. So you have percent passing for sieve number 4 as 70%, sieve passing for number 200, that is 30%, your liquid limit is 33%, and your plastic limit is 12%. So una nating titingnan dito is the percent passing for your sieve 200. Okay. So, ilan yung passing natin dito? That is only 30%. So, kunin na lang din natin yung inyong retained, no? Percentage retained, that is 100 minus 30. And that is equivalent to 70%. Okay, yan yung first step natin is to check the percentage of your percent passing and retained for sieve 200. So, dito tayo sa fine grain soil. Sabi sa fine grain soil, that is fine grain soil if that is 50% or more pass sieve number 200. 50% or more ba tayo? No, because we only have 30%. How about for the coarse grain soil? More than 50% retained on sieve number 200. More than 50% ba yung naiwan? The answer is yes, because that is 70%. Okay? Next, to check. O, dito na tayo. Ibig sabihin, no? Ibig sabihin, itong ating fine grain soil, wala na yan. Disregard na natin yan. No? Kasi alam na natin that your soil is a coarse grain soil. Ngayon naman, tingnan natin if that is a sand or if that is a gravel. No? Titingnan natin yan using your sieve number 4. Okay? For your sieve number 4, the percent passing is how much? That is 70%. Therefore, your retained is equivalent to 30%. O, tingnan natin if that is sand or gravel. Okay? Sabi sa sand, matatawag nating sand ito if more than 50% no, of the course passes sieve number 4. Okay? More than 50% ba yung pumasa sa sieve number 4? The answer is yes, because that is 70%. Next is 50% or more course retained on sieve number 4. More than 50% ba yung naiwan? The answer is no. No, because only 30% retained in sieve number 4. So, meaning to say, no, our type of soil classification is a coarse grain soil and that is under your sand. So, it's either that is SW, SP, SM, or SC. Meaning to say, ito is i-disregard na ulit natin. No? Kasi hindi na natin yan kasali sa pagpipilian. No? Ang pagpipilian na lang natin ngayon, okay, that is either SW, SP, SM, and SC. O, dito tayo na table. Diyan, tayo na table. Sabi dito, okay, tingnan nyo, no? Sundan nyo yung marker natin. Sabi dito, if less than 5% passing number 200, pwede nating masabi na that is GW, GP, SW, and SP. If the percent passing at sieve number 200 is less than 5%. So, tanong ko, less than 5% ba yung passing natin? Hindi. Tama ba? Meaning to say, no. Meaning to say, i-disregard na agad natin or ika-cancel na agad natin si SW at SP. O, para hindi tayo mahirapan, SW and SP. So, it's between SM or SC. Bakit? O, sabi dito, okay, more than, sundan niyo yung highlighter, more than 12% passing sieve number 200, no? It can be classified as your GM, GC, SM, or SC. So, more than 12% ba yung passing natin at sieve 200? Yes, more than 12%. So, it's either SM or SC. So, paano natin malalaman if that is SM or SC? Tingnan naman natin ito na table. No, this table. O ito, disregard na natin yan. No, red pala natin. Disregard na natin yan kasi hindi natin kailangan. Ang kailangan lang natin ngayon is this one and this one. Okay. According to the data, matatawag natin siyang SM if our Atterberg's limit plot is below A line or the value of our plasticity index is less than 4. And we can say that our soil is SC or clayey sand, no, or a sand-clay mixture if, okay, if the plasticity index value is greater than 7. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, no, dito, we need to solve for the value of your plasticity index. And what is your plasticity index? That is LL minus PL, which is 33 minus 12, and the value, anong value natin dito? And the value for that one is equivalent to 21%. And 21% is what? Is greater than 7. So, if that is greater than 7, therefore, the type of soil classification na meron tayo dito for this data is SC. And SC is a clayey sand and a clayey sand mixture. Okay, so you can also use the plot yung pag-plot natin. Okay, kasi it's better to check pa rin, no? It's better to check pa rin the value or yung pag-plot natin if that is above A line or below A line, because there are some scenarios na yes, that your PI is greater than 7, but kapag pinlat natin siya, no, below pala siya sa A line. No, there are some instances lang naman. But most specifically, no, ano talaga yan? Below A line. Okay? Nakalimutan ko rin palagi i-share, no, itong USCS, no, during our board exam last May 2019, lumabas ito, pero walang table na binigay. No, sayang yung isang situation. But then again, since undergrad pa man tayo, no, hindi ko muna ipapamemorize sa inyo itong table na to. So, I will provide the tables in every activities na meron tayo. Okay, and I think that would be all for this lecture. So if you have any concern and clarification about the topic, no, please don't hesitate to ask me. So that would be all. Thank you everyone and God bless.